So what is fear? It is this disabling emotional experience that prevents us from rising into higher states of awareness, from reaching our full potential, from doing the things that go past our comfort zone. Now, from an evolutionary perspective, fear is supposed to protect us from real dangers. But in the society we live in today, giving a public talk or entering into a new field is not something that's going to endanger our physical safety. It's just that the reptilian part of our brain or your sub-psyche is not aligned with your higher mind, which is ready to basically raise up to higher and higher levels of expansion. As a human being, the deeper essence of who you are wants to be free. It wants to expand. It wants to break the boundaries. But your training, your conditioning, society, family, culture, self is telling you that you have to stay within a certain framework. And the frameworks that were literally created by a society to make your life better are imprisoning you. So we're going to talk about how we can break the psychological barriers of shame through hypnosis so that you are no longer bound to things that you absorbed from your culture, from your society, from ideas that you may have learned in an unconscious way, and how you can truly liberate yourself to go beyond fear. Whatever it is you want to do, it's not really about the action, it's about the intention. Why do you intend to want to break past a particular paradigm in your life? And the highest intention is because you want to realize the full extent of your being. And that begins with breaking your fears. So if you guys are ready and you haven't joined me for hypnosis before, get seated, get comfortable. I prefer that you have a straight spine because we want to bring in the yogic sciences into this, and we want to allow the free movement of the breath energy up and down the spine. As we enter into the hypnotic state, we are going in with heightened awareness, and hypnosis is basically an altered state of consciousness in which you are able to access the very depths of your mind and transform things you never would have had access to. This is the key to ultimately your liberation from any internal barriers that are keeping you from realizing your true potential. So let's begin now. I'd like you to go ahead and just feel the breath wherever it is in the body, and notice the natural inhalation and exhalation, and bringing yourself now into a sacred space of alchemy. And alchemy means the transmutation of energies within yourself from lower levels of consciousness to higher levels of consciousness. And as we create the space, I'd like you to go ahead now and take a very deep breath, allowing the breath to settle at the base of the spine and allowing it to move upwards, an upward coiling direction, almost imagining and visualizing that there is a golden coil serpent at the very base of your spine, and allow that as you watch the movement of my hand, the spiraling upward movement of the breath, and as it reaches the very top of the head, I'd like you to move all your attention and energy to the top of the head. Hold, focus, and attention, and release it, let it go. Eyes becoming heavier and heavier. As awareness illuminates, the eyes get heavier. As illuminates, heavier. Going deeper and deeper as the breath energy now descends from the crown of the head into the throat, the chest, the solar plexus, the base of the spine, going deeper into the hypnotic state. As you go deeper into the hypnotic state, allowing the mind to release, relax, and let go of any control, any expectations, any worries, anxieties. Find yourself releasing these easily and effortlessly as you go deeper. And as you go deeper, I'd like you to notice how good it feels to naturally let go of the egoic control of life and its processes as you enter into a sacred communion with your higher mind. And as your higher mind opens you up to receptivity, you realize that you have unconsciously been restrained by belief systems, ideologies that are not yours and are not true to you, but have been habituated in the depths of your mind. And now awareness illuminates the bright light, and you find yourself seated in a room filled with bright, effervescent light in every direction. And this room is boundaryless, borderless, and it feels as if the laws of space and time do not exist here. And you feel free, open, receptive to change, transformation, and to uncovering the truth of your being. And then in front of you, you see a screen appear. And this screen allows you to become aware of the unconscious fear you've been holding on to, that has been holding you back from realizing this limitless potential, from realizing your highest aspiration at this time in your life. And you see on the screen this fear playing out. And this fear may be something that occurred in the past or something that you've projected into the future. And as you see this fear play out on the screen, you notice that it is conjuring up certain emotions within you. Perhaps anxiety of not knowing what may happen if this fear was to continue to play out. And perhaps it is triggering deeper fears about your sense of being unworthy if this fear was to come true. That you would not accept yourself at a deep level because you have projected your worth onto this externalized situation. So now as we choose consciously through awareness to break the fear, I'd like you to raise up your right index finger. And as you do, noticing and becoming conscious that all the energy of the spheres move into the right index finger, and as you lift and rise this right index finger, you are triggering the automatic subconscious response of being able to release this energy, this belief, this situation, this constricted state of mind from your subpsyche, from your deeper mind, from the very core of your being, your cells. Bring it up, raising that right index finger. And when I count from 3 to 0, at 0, you will release emotional and psychological attachment to the sphere. And you will notice that the picture playing out on the screen will begin to completely disappear. Go ahead and release it now. Drop the finger, let it go. And as you drop and release this fear from the mind, I'd like you to notice how calm, how centered you begin to feel as the images on the screen freeze and become completely diffuse. But go ahead and as you look at these diffuse images, which are now frozen, go ahead and bring up any remaining energy, fear, tension around this issue. Any psychological attachment to this, any emotional attachment, bring it up stronger and stronger, stronger and stronger, lifting up and rising that right index finger, and go ahead and drop it, release it, let it go. And as you drop and release it, you see that the entire screen turns completely white. And as it turns white, the screen vanishes. Attachment to the situation, to the scenario, and to the general constricting influence of fear and anxiety is let go of. And you feel this vast expanse of light completely merge into your body, your cells, your mind, your subpsyche, filling you with light, filling you with knowingness openness, receptivity, unlocking your potential, releasing and opening the divine feminine energy with you, unlocking your internal resources, capacities, and abilities to fully and deeply express your being in every aspect of your life, in your intimate relationships, in your familial relationships, in your career, and in your spiritual path of realization. You feel this powerful energy moving through you now, and you understand that you are limitless, boundaryless, and all-powerful as you connect with your divine innate nature, which is courageous, powerful, wise, compassionate, and all-knowing. And as this energy rises from the base of your spine, you feel this energy moving up 1,000 times more powerfully, rising up to the crown of your head. And as the eyes open, you feel this energy awakened in you, as you awaken to the power of your divine and full potential. Now, coming out of the state, counting you up at 1, 2, 3 is an alert number, 4 and 5, eyes wide open, wide awake. Thank you for joining me on this journey of releasing shame and fear and rising up into your full potential. Subscribe to this channel for many more videos to come on completely unlocking the amazing being you are. Thanks for joining me, guys, and I'll see you again soon.